Special meeting, starting with roll call. Ted Dumaine.
Here.
Travis Hines.
Present.
Scott Charwood.
Here.
Don Cavella.
Here.
Gary Salomon.
Here.
And Joe Bissett and David Saros are excused. All right, acceptance of the minutes from May 7th, 2018. Both we had the public hearing and then our special meeting immediately following. So those minutes have been sent out for review to the Board of Finance. Any discussion?
I was unable to download them. Travis sent me something here, so I'll take a look. You got one?
Also, for the record, Scott, you of course do have voting for this meeting. All right, was that a problem, just curiosity for anybody else as far as opening these documents?
Gary does. Gary has a problem too.
Okay, I had no issue opening, but you did as well?
Yes, I did.
All right, so that's something we need to make sure they can open them prior to the meeting. So, okay. But everyone's had a chance to look at them.
I didn't say the documents, just the minutes. I got everything else you sent. And I got the way I got the minutes, I got it sent twice. The first time it was blank. The second time I got a partial.
Okay.
Don't be
Like
sensitive
the front
minutes.
half. And somehow that was it.
All right, so we'll need to obviously look at that again before we send out the minutes from this meeting. So any discussion as far as accuracy, any corrections from the minutes?
I move that the minutes of the special meeting and also the public hearing are accepted.
Okay. We have a second? We have a second? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. All right, new business to discuss or amend proposal fiscal year 2018-2019 budget in consideration of the state budget update. Before that, I just wanted to make note of one thing in regards to this. Since our last meeting, which is noted in the minutes that have been published, is it was brought up at the last meeting and noted in the minutes that Ted Dumaine had suggested that we seek attorney's opinion regarding referendum due to the money raised from revow. He believed that the town charter language meant increase in dollars. First Selectman Kathy Kendrick stated that we could request legal opinion again, but he would not go against the opinion because it specifically says mill rate. She noted that we do have the legal opinion, and each time we contact the attorney, it costs money. So for the record, I can vouch, I made myself available the day after the meeting. We did, in fact, put a call in to our town attorney, and nothing had changed as far as his legal opinion, as Kathy had stated at the meeting. So that still remains the same in regards to our town meeting, as opposed to referendum for the upcoming budget. So if anybody was curious about that, is that update. Kelly, could you just give us a quick summary as far as the update from the state budget?
The update from the state budget is we got additional money for education cost share. Roughly 1.8 million. Town aid pretty much stayed the same. LoSiP pretty much stayed the same. State property pilot went up 34,000, and my hospital pilot went up 26,401. Those were pretty much the increases that we received from the state of Connecticut.
And then ECS funding in there was 1,163,177.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, that's correct.
All right, so this is the Board of Finance opportunity for questions, comments, suggestions in regards to this budget update. As we know, we had already made some cuts as of Monday prior to this budget coming out. So if there's anything that we need to get clarified, anything we'd like to reconsider, now would be the time to discuss and ask questions.
Kelly, just for clarity,
Yep.
what does applying the updated state budget numbers against prior to Monday's actions?
Our prior actions, I want to say we were 28 was it 4.4?
4.4.
Okay, 28.4.
I'm saying even prior to that.
Oh, even prior to that. So without the growth in the grand list is what you would like to know, correct?
Well, going into Monday night, we were at 29.49.
Okay,
So
All right.
we trimmed $1 million from there
okay, yep,
to get to 0.44, 20.44.
correct.
What does applying the new state numbers previous to Monday?
Previous to Monday, it would be 27.96 mils.
So in essence, without taking $1 million step backwards,
Yes.
applying the state numbers, we're actually a mil lower than what we walked out of
Correct.
Monday night.
Correct. Yes.
So I mean, in essence, that would be a little more palatable for anybody experiencing an increase through reevaluation.
So they would multiply that by the current valuation. 27 would be multiplied by the current valuation.
That would be the mill rate.
Yes, yes, that would be your rate.
That's when you-
And we had said before, 28.36 was technically 0 mil increase, correct?
Correct. That would bring you
So what
back,
number?
28.36 originally was a 0.
that would bring you back to what your property taxes were from prior year, not negating like your whole, if your increased value went up substantially.
Did the town lose, not including the ECS, did the town lose any funding? What they could have, which, you know, are they at the negative side of it at all?
What's still up in the air for the town is our elderly tax relief. I haven't seen any verbal language on that. So that's the one thing that's still up in the air for the town. LoCIP, we got less, but we gained in the municipal revenue sharing account. So those two, you know, added together, they're pretty much similar to what we got last year. And town aid is the same as we got last year. And those are the big items for funding for the town.
So did anything change, did you change anything on the expense side for the town?
No.
No,
I didn't see it either, I just.
no, no.
I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, yeah, you're
I'm
right.
asking
You're
her.
right,
Good
yeah.
question.
You're totally
Good
right,
question.
yes.
Can I ask the superintendent a question?
Yes.
So, Ken, because now you're getting roughly about $356,000 more, would you be willing to transfer some of that to the town to either lessen the pension or to put back into the general fund? Because we gave you $1 million, we gave you the grant for $343,000. Can we, is it possible, Kelly, that you can do something like that? Where they could put a line item to transfer it back to the town?
Do you want to answer that? I mean, you discussed the MBR. So MBR, we know what the MBR is for their expenditures and stuff.
Right.
Pension item, I don't, you know, I can't see.
And I understand they can't, I'm not saying that he doesn't get the 35 point,
Yeah.
whatever the heck it is. But what
Yeah.
I'm asking is, if he's given the 35.4, can the school system be willing to give 300,000 back to the general fund, or take $300,000 and put it against the pension, so the town's portion of it would only be 800,000 versus 1.1 million?
I can tell you 300,000, you can't give back to the fund balance. You can't, he can't do that.
Okay.
He needs to show
Well, I'm asking.
expenditures, like school
Yep.
expenditures, so.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, you can't do that back to the
Okay.
fund balance for sure. Pension item,
That's what I'm asking.
okay.
There's a pretty good reason why these finance board decided that, the selectmen, I should say, decided they would pay the pension because it wasn't being paid by the school staff. I hesitate to let it go back to that.
Well, I was just thinking for this year, because they were willing to live off of a budget of 30, a little over 35, and now they have a budget that's giving them 35.4.
Good point.
So again, they got an extra 300, with the increase of ECS and stuff, they're getting an extra $358,000 compared to what they were gonna budget themselves. So I'm not saying do it all the time,
Yeah, okay.
I'm saying a one-time
Just a one-time.
2018,
Yeah.
2019 payment.
I think there are three issues. One is the fact that as we developed the budget, we showed $750,000 of forfeitures. So we're really sitting on $750,000 of things we're not doing, and this would help reinstate some of those. The second piece is you could not do something like that for 1 year. That would be considering diverting ECS to the town side. You can't take money from children and then give it to the town side. The whole purpose is to maintain the level of cost or the increase of ECS costs directly to student services. So that would be a little bit. But there's another little piece, and that is, I don't think you want to move your MBR up by $300,000 to add in pension. It's a little confusion as the fact that when the money was transferred over, we had already included $300,000. It was in our budget. We never had management under my tenure. We moved it because legally the town is the only one who can set the benefit pension. They're the only ones that can administer it. And the only time anyone benefits is after they leave the employer or the school in order to get the benefit. Paul and I realized that what was happening was we were seeing an attrition in the way that they used the money, not because it wasn't managed, but because the roof on the high school had deteriorated from within 2 years. They had to replace that, and they didn't know where the liability. So they used that. And I don't know if the second year was before I came here. I think the best thing we did for the town is to make sure that the liability, the cost, and the control of the pension is on the side of the town so that you're protecting the rights of the employees. And then we shifted every employee to a defined contribution. The liability has gone away, millions of dollars, because there's no person coming to the town or the schools anymore that has a defined benefit. So I think we did some really good things. And if that was something you wanted to do, I would say let's look into it over the year. Right now, you have the state reinstating some of the losses in education. I would hope they would just sustain it so we can kind of recover a bit of what we lost.
So back to my question, what do I tell the people when they ask me if there's going to be a mill increase? It's not easy for me to answer either.
It's not a mill increase that they're going to have to pay a small percentage of their assessed value increase, depending on if it's 9 or 15.
But because
That's not a total zero effect, because then you're cutting another $2 million to have a zero effect, say, of 15%. And that, I don't even know how you would,
You understand that?
how you would process that.
Then you have the people who are lower valuations that go downtown.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think it's near impossible to zero that. Near impossible, yeah.
There's a 71% are going to get an increase, is that it? Is that what we figured?
I
About
think 73% was,
73?
yes.
No, that was mostly residential? Or was it?
Yes,
Golf?
residential.
No commercial?
Other than this, the majority of it's residential. I would say like, estimate 90% residential, your grand list is. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
What is the grand list now, if you have the money?
Our grand list is 987,204,900. 987,204,900.
And that's how much more or less than last? Let's just close.
It was like 1.5. It grew 1.5 million.
Increase.
Yeah,
That's the net.
yeah. Machinery is, you can't tax machinery and equipment, no.
Well, you'd have something added, right? Like the standard, for instance. Once that gets added in.
I was just saying, I mean, speaking out loud, or thinking out loud, I mean, I'm fairly comfortable with, procedurally, we can talk about how to do this, but I'm fairly comfortable with motioning that we retract the $1 million deduction from Monday night and apply the new state numbers to get us to proposed mill rate of 27.96.
Kind of don't make sense to have the $1 million cut because we're getting more than that from the state.
Correct.
You're really banging them hard, wouldn't it?
Correct.
I concur.
That wasn't a motion, it was just me
Right.
thinking out loud, but I'll motion that one.
Well, first, are there any other discussion on the 2018, 2019 budget? In consideration of the state budget update?
You haven't done anything on the backhaul yet, right?
No,
Number wise?
no, we haven't even gone out to bid for that, so I don't even know what the bid would come in for that. Interest rate right now, if you lease something, it's about 3%. I just leased 2 police cars, and they're about 3%.
Well, on that, I would think we wouldn't want to lease, we'd want to finance it, so we keep it for 30 years. Hey,
Yeah, when I say lease, that's what I meant, sorry.
you're scaring me, I'm like,
No,
we're
that's
gonna
it.
throw this thing away in
Oh,
5
sorry,
years.
that's what it's called, sorry.
State.
But yeah, it's financing, yes, correct.
Okay.
Would it be prudent just to pay it off from the fund balance? Non-recurring expense?
I just think we keep talking about we don't want to take from the fund balance all at once, so if we can work it in at a lower amount.
Not we. I think the fund
Sorry,
balance,
Ted.
I think the fund balance is too high.
Yeah.
And I think we should be using it more for non-recurring expenses. Something you're not gonna need in, say, 4 to 5 years.
I just was asking a
So I
question.
agree, yeah. I'm not sure how the rest of the board feels, but I think we should, my opinion is direct both sides to do that. They buy something, a computer that's gonna last 5 years. Take it out, come see us and get it out of the fund balance. Now, we know when to stop that. We're not gonna deplete it. We know, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
As the requests come in, we could say yes, no, whatever.
Roughly 15%.
Right now, 13. Now 13, yeah. They'll probably go up after the audit, but I can't tell you for sure.
So I mean, you've seen it move a little over the years.
Oh, yeah. That's,
It was 15 at one time.
does that include the dedicated?
Yes, 13, yes. 13 includes the $1 million that we had to use for current budget, and if there's any items that was dedicated out of that budget,
Okay.
yes,
I thought we were at 15.
we were.
Until the million came off.
Sorry.
That's still not bad. You know, depending on who you talk to, how big it should be, right?
Right.
But are we still gonna divert the overage, not let it go into the fund balance? Just use it in the budget?
Well, the back taxes, we do in this budget proposed, I have back tax revenue for $425,000 in here.
And that would normally go into the fund balance.
Yes. And this is just a way for you, like you were just saying, you wanted to use the fund balance
Yeah.
for expenditures. So this is a way that you're using your taxes you collected in the year to reducing the mill rate. Same purpose.
Oh, yeah, I know. We
Yeah.
talked about this 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Correct, we do.
I think Brooklyn does that. Yeah, that's how I
That's how
found
you-
out. In Brooklyn are killing me, some of the guys I was talking to, or Sterling maybe. They don't let anything go into the fund balance, they're at 5%. They're going in, they're out. No, good or bad. The only thing is, we're supposed to be paying back $1 million. If you take that, that's our only source of income. How are we gonna do that? We have no other source of income. Is there a way around that? Put that in and get money from somewhere else?
Well, I have it as a revenue, so if you took that away
Yeah.
to replenish the fund balance, then your mill rate goes up. You know, with your number that we were just discussing now.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
understand that.
that's gonna be going back up.
Yeah, you can make your mill rate go down by taking a little bit more out of the fund balance too, right? It all depends on the fund
That's
balance
true,
to
that's true.
be good or the mill rate. I think I'll settle for the mill rate being lower than fund balance being high. I think Gary Stella pointed out with overtaxing people, did you say that?
Yeah, a few times.
I think you're right.
So is there any motion that could be entertained?
Yeah, you gentlemen want to come? I make a motion that we retract the $1 million cut that we made at a special meeting on Monday evening and apply the new state budget numbers to set a proposed mill rate of 27.96.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second? Okay, we have a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. All right, item number 4, citizens' participation on this special meeting agenda and what we discussed this evening. No questions, comments? All right, seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Oh, go ahead.
Move, second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, very good, thank you.